is a great vegetarian pasta, and I love it because it's nice and fast for a midweek meal. So I'm going to be using this multi-grain pasta. It's full of fibre and protein, and I actually really like the flavour of it because it's quite nutty. So I'm going to place this into some boiling water, the whole pack, and it's going to take 10 to 12 minutes or until al dente. Now, don't forget the salt. My mate Adam Swanson says the water needs to be really salty, so a good pinch of salt in there. And we want to separate the pasta, so just give that a quick mix. I'm going to be adding half a can of chickpeas. So I've drained them and rinsed them, and we'll place half of them in there. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's going to thicken our sauce. So 2 textures of the chickpeas. We'll place them aside for now, and I'll just grab a stick blender and give this a good blend. Okay, let's get frying. So some really good quality extra virgin olive oil. And this is the base of the sauce, so you can be quite generous with it, about a tablespoon or so. And while that's warming up, I'll just slice 1 clove of garlic. I just like to bruise it first and then finally slice it. You don't need to chop it. I kind of like a bit of texture in this, so just slicing is fine. I'll also just pick off some of these rosemary leaves. I love chickpeas and rosemary, so big and bold flavours with this herb. And again, we're just going to roughly chop that. Okay, before we add our garlic and the rosemary, I'm going to add our whole chickpeas. I want them to start to go crispy in the oil. So once that's hot, we'll add them. Nice little sizzle there. And I'm going to cook these off for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once I get a little colour, I'm going to add our chickpea paste that's going to thicken our sauce. Okay, we're getting some good colour on these chickpeas, so now we can add our crumbled chickpeas. And we just want to just coat it in all that oil. Ooh, it's smelling good. Now's the time to add our garlic and our rosemary. So we'll just sprinkle that in, and we can season this with some salt. Okay, and now I'm just wanting to warm up that garlic. I don't want to overcook the garlic because we're going to get that bitter flavour. We don't want that. We just want that beautiful aroma. And some stock, so some veggie stock, and we'll just add a bit of that into our pan. And as that stock mixes in with that extra virgin olive oil and the chickpeas, it's going to start to thicken up and make a really nice sauce. Okay, we're almost ready to go. We'll just wait for that to reduce slightly. Keep an eye on the pasta, it's almost ready too. Okay, you can see how creamy this sauce becomes, and there's no creamy there. That is just because we blended and pureed those chickpeas. It smells so good with the rosemary. Our pasta is al dente, so we can take it out of the water and just use a slotted spoon to drain it and then pop it directly into the pan. By doing this, we're going to allow some of that starchy water to go into the pasta sauce, and this is going to help coat it. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm also going to add some rocket leaves, just a handful or so. And rocket's quite peppery, so I don't mind it wilting, almost using it like a spinach leaf here. So in it goes. And just give that a toss, just so everything's coated. And we're ready to serve this. So I'll just use this slotted spoon, and we'll place a spoonful or so onto our plate. Making sure we get some of those chickpeas. Oh, that looks good. And this, as is completely vegan, but if you're a bit of a Parmesan cheese fan like I am, you can just add a little over the top. And there you have it. A very simple pasta using chickpeas, rocket, and a really nice pasta that's full of fibre and protein.